Now you will notice I already have some makeup on. Well, hopefully you notice I already have some makeup on. I am going to add a little more concealer here just to brighten this up for the look I'm going to do. This is makeup I wore out tonight. I went to an auction, a dinner auction that I was invited to for a Christian school. So I put on a little makeup, but it was not my Halloween makeup. So that's why I already have makeup on. But we're just going to take what we already have on here and we're going to Halloween it up. So let me also get a little touch up here of, just add a little of my foundation. You know what? I am going to go over this because I don't have the right color blush on. So I'm just going to cover it. It's just easy to do with this makeup. Just cover it up. Cover it up. Do it again. Okay. So I'm putting all of that on. Then, I mean, I have the right color blush on for this shirt. I don't have the right color on for the look I'm doing, though. Okay, so let's do a little bit of powder. Touch this up a little. Good evening. Well, evening here. It is Southwest Florida, and it is like, oh, it's almost midnight. Look at there. Look at there. But that's okay. I don't mind. I just came up. You got a storm. Your eyes look beautiful. Thank you. This was my go to it's my nieces and my nephews and a good friend of mine, their kids, they all go to a Christian school nearby and they had an auction. Now I didn't get anything at the auction, but they had a dinner. And so I went to the dinner with my friends and my sister was there. And so that's where I went for dinner. Somewhere to go, something to do. Jacob said he wants to come meet you. Oh, and the kitties. And he's a cat boy through and through. Oh, that would be so sweet. It's nice that he loves cats. That would be so fun. And we can have pie and cake. He can have it. All right, let's see. What did I do? I just totally put that brush in the wrong spot. Okay, I don't know. Why did I do that? I don't know. That doesn't go there either. How are my brushes all in the wrong spot? I don't know. Hi, Michelle. Hello. Late night. I know. It's because I was making a cake and I got my cake in the oven. And now it's time to do a little Halloween makeup. So this is what I'm doing today. This is one of my favorite ones to do. It is so cool looking. It's basically a bunch of black lines. And I pretty much already have makeup on. No, we would not lose weight. We would not lose weight. We would gain weight. I know. I know. Well, we would just have to be good. I don't know. We wouldn't be. Okay, so pretty much have my eyes, you know, all this makeup done. I have to do lipstick and the lines. I am going to try to do, because she's supposed to be a doll. And if you notice, her eyes are pink. Pinkity pink pink. So I'm not going to undo my makeup. I'm just going to put it on top. You know, you saved your coffee and the cookies for my live. Oh, good. Rain is so loud, you have to turn your volume up. Oh, my goodness. The face paint is awesome. Thank you. All right, now let's do pink. Let's look at, what pink do I have here? So she has, let's do this pink here that's called Flash Dance. And let's put a little bit under. She has it under her eyes. I don't have any eyeshadow under my eyes right now. I don't usually put this on after eyelashes, but I don't want to take them off, put them back on when they're already on. And this is just like a little touch of pink here. This new Survivor lashes, I think I did. Also, the cat winged. Did I see them? I saw something new. I don't remember if that's what they were. I know I saw something that was real pretty. I don't know if it was Survivor. Is those the only new ones you've had recently, or have there been other new ones? I do know what I saw. Was it new a week or so ago? And I forgot what they're called. But yeah, they were pretty. That I remember. I'm like, oh, I like those. All right, let's do, it looks like she just has pink kind of all over her eye, which I guess is, you know, if you were a doll, maybe that's what you'd have, pink all over your eye. But yeah, I think that was in an email. I saw it in the email. Now this is going on top of the brown that I have, so this is maybe not going to be exactly perfect, but that's okay. We're just giving the general idea of sort of pink. The notification came up tonight. Well, Karen, that's like the first time, isn't it? Hi, Carla. Good afternoon. It is almost midnight here. But I am such a night owl. You wouldn't know it was midnight, would you? Like, I'm like wide awake. But then I slept in a little bit because I'm on vacation. Otherwise known as holiday. In the States, it is vacation. Now tomorrow, well, let's see. What should we do tomorrow? I hate to not do Halloween makeup. So I will probably just do Halloween makeup at night. That's probably what I'll do. I'll come on and just do Halloween makeup like this at night. You never get a notification. Yeah, so if you touch the screen, it should say follow. If you haven't clicked follow, click follow, and then if you did, then it'll change to following. And then there's a bell there by it. At least I think it's on most phones it does this. Are you watching on a phone or a computer? If it's a computer, I think there's 3 dots. Oh, I saw the hero lashes. Oh, so I don't think I've seen the Survivor ones. All right, let me go look at those then. I'll go look at those. I saw the hero. Yep, you're right, because I remember the name now. I was going to say, I didn't think I remembered the name Survivor. All right, and the cat eye thing. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I'm going to go look. They sound pretty, though. But those hero, yeah, the hero I thought looked like a good, like, light-looking lash, yeah. Okay, so there we are. Just kind of pink. Like a doll. So here, if you haven't seen it, this is what we're doing. See how her eyes are just pink? Oh, I can smell that cake. Oh, my gosh. It's on, but it never comes up. Yeah, that's Facebook. Do I like fall glam? Tomorrow morning, maybe. Do like a fall glam tomorrow morning. I could do that. Okay. You know, I might would, because I'm going to have to put my makeup on anyway. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. Let's do that. That would be fun. All right, so there pretty much is that. Now, I think she must have some blush on. I don't think she has a whole lot of blush on. But she's got to have a little bit. If she doesn't, she's going to now. So let's put on Possible. This is number 3, Possible. And let's get our brush. Let's take off the peach blush. Maybe I should have put on a pink shirt, but I didn't. This is, like I said, one of my favorite ones to do because it's just so cool looking. Survivor's a part of the regular range. We pink boxed them. Proceeds go to Look Good, Feel Good. Oh, Look Good, Feel Better Foundation. Oh, that's nice. You're eating a cookie. Oh, stop. I thought for a minute you were talking to me. When I said what did I say? Oh, yeah, the first time that the notification came up. So how long was that, Karen? So Karen's had her notifications on for how long? And it just notified her for the first time today. That does that to me, too, with people I watch. Like, sometimes it'll notify me, sometimes it won't. It's Facebook. Facebook's nonsense. Oh, you have a new picture. Like I say, Monday I'll be able to print out. Some of the ones you are sending me, and then I'll be able to do them. Because I've got to, like, look at it. And if it's just on my phone, I can't look at it. You can't stop at your Last Supper. Oh, I forget. Tomorrow, it's like almost Monday for you. It's not almost Monday for me yet. But I will try not to talk about food once it becomes your Monday. So I'm not sitting here going, not Monday for me. I'll try not to do that. You've had it on since you started watching my lives. Well, that's been like years, hasn't it? Oh, good grief. I don't get them at all. and you put them all on. And it's in, like, if you look at your notification list, it doesn't say Luann is on live now. I know I've heard some people say if you turn them off and turn them back on, sometimes that works, but I've had Facebook turn some that I had on, turn them back off. And I had to go in like, how'd they get turned off? I didn't turn them off. I think they you know, do an update or something, and sometimes everybody's stuff gets turned off. Yeah. Oh, goodness. And you put them all on. Yeah, try turning them all back off and put them back on again. Sometimes that works, and sometimes it doesn't. But it's worth a try, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I could start doing, because what I do for Karen, I do it for Karen and Michelle, Karen Seeds, who's on here. I just send them a message and say, I'm going live, I'm going live, I'm going live, I'm going live. If you want me to just start doing that too, it wouldn't be that hard, because my messages know that now. All I have to do is type in a G and it'll put the word up going for going live, or L for live, and it fills in the word for me. Yeah, try that. And I can, like I said, I'll start sending you a message since I'm already doing them. So this is a problem so many people have had going live that I have heard from the time I've been doing this, is that Facebook just decides to notify people when they want, and they don't when they don't want. You go in and out 100 times checking. Oh my goodness. You just go in and out 100 times. Yeah, okay, I'll just start sending you a message, because, you know, it gets to where you'll just be right in a row with the other two, and so it won't be any problem at all. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, it's kind of easy, I think, for me to start at the eyebrow, I think, so I know where I'm at. So she has like a curved line here, and I just use my eyebrow, my eyeliner, I mean. And then this goes to the top of the brow. This is a little shorter. So I just like do one line at a time with this, which sounds a little crazy, but it works. It's really not that hard if you do a little bit at a time. Okay, my cats are in their room with their food, and they're playing with something now, though. I hear them scratching. They must have finished their food. Now they're playing. It looks like a little bell. But see, that's what she has. Just that part right there. Pretty cool, huh? Okay. Then we have a big black... I don't know if you've ever had one of these porcelain dolls or know anybody that had them, and it's, once they crack, they just crack. You're in about 10 p.m. before, but every now and then I'm on earlier, and you're not. Yeah, that in your life. No, I miss her. I know. I need to probably pick a time. Maybe that would help if I picked the time and just did the time. That's probably what I should do. Is pick a time, especially while I'm doing Halloween at night, and just do that time. And then that would be easier to find. Because you knew when I was like going to work, I get ready for about the same time every day at work. Hi, Brooke, how are you doing? I am being a porcelain doll. I love this one. I saw the look that you did with the green. What is it? You were supposed to be the Bride of Frankenstein. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. I'm like, oh, It was beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to do, okay, let's see, we have a line straight across here. And kind of one across here. Thank you. It was fun. I haven't watched it. I'll have to go watch the replay. Because when I saw that finished look, I'm like, oh man, that is so good. Did you use paint for that? Uh-oh. My cake's done. I know you use paint a lot, and it looks so... The color is so amazing. So I'm waiting to see you and the dogs in costume. I have to wait till Halloween. Is it going to be on actual Halloween? Or are you going to a party or something? A different day. Okay, so then we have, I'm going to have to go get my cake. We go down. We go across. You know, it doesn't have to be exactly like her, but it is really kind of easier if you follow the pattern. Oh, you can get them off, Mayron paints. You can get them off Amazon. The 30th is the party. Oh, okay. Well, that's a long wait. Well, I'm glad you get to go to a party. That's great. You never know when nowadays we're allowed to go somewhere. Just following my little pattern. So then we have, goes up here and then kind of zigzags. They're water activated and will not dry like most paints. Oh, really? Because that color, I'm telling you, that green, that was like, oh my word, that's amazing color. You're going to feel sick from the Subway macadamia and white chocolate cookie. How big is that cookie? Is that a big cookie? Was that worth it then to have your Last Supper be the big cookie? I have to go get my cake. Hold on. The colors are... So it says you get like a collection of colors. Let me go get my cake real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. Pumpkin cake is done. Oh, smells so amazing. Oh, it comes in pallets. You bought the largest one. Oh, of course, that's why. So you need the largest one. To have variety, you can buy smaller, big ones. Oh, I'm going to go look for that. You ate four hand-sized macadamia cookies right now. You ate 4 cookies right now. Totally worth it. Yep. 4 hand-sized cookies. Yeah, I can understand you might have a little bit of a tummy ache. This might be. Oh, dear. All right, let's see. Where am I at here? I got to draw another line here. The good thing about just doing a thing like this is if you mess up, nobody knows. Nobody knows. They're worth it, especially the way you like to do looks. Oh, yeah, I would probably use it, wouldn't I? I wonder how long those will take to get here. The food coma or insane sugar rush. I know. Yeah, what time is it where you're at now? Like 3 in the afternoon or something in Australia? Oh, they're on Prime. Oh, good. I always like that. Then you don't have to wait. So, I guess that won't keep you up if it's 3 in the afternoon there. So then we're going to curve it up here. And then we're going to do, I got to remember where I'm at here. Okay, so then that's that. And this is going to go off over here. I just hope I don't run out of face before, when I get to the edge of this. You haven't finished them yet. You haven't finished the cookies? How many have you eaten and you haven't finished them? Oh, it's 3 p.m. there. That's what I was thinking. Because you just had like daylight savings time change. Ours changes 3 p.m. Ours changes after Halloween, the week after Halloween. So then our time will like go back to being 14 hours apart instead of 15 now. So, oh, you've had 2 and you have 2 to go and you already feel sick. So when you start your diet on Monday, are you going to remember the fill of cookies that you've had? You will be so sick of cookies, you won't want it. You won't want it Monday. I get it. Okay, where am I at here? I need another line here. It goes like this. Yep, there we go. And then there's like another splotch here. Kind of oval, all right? Ta-da. Because say you can't hardly mess up cracks in a face, can you? You'll give the other 2 to Jacob for school. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I could totally understand, though, that you would want them all when you're going to have to start a diet, though. Okay, so then we have a line here. And then there's a box. See, when it's just a shape, it's not that hard to mimic a shape, really. I think I've gone too far out with that, though. That's all right. Okay, so let's go over like that, down like that, over like that. Well, that's pretty close. Okay, so then it goes up here, over here. That's where the biggest amount is right there. Does it look like a crack in the... Here. I get that on my chin. That's not too bad, huh? It's opposite, though. This side I have over here. Because I'm looking at the mirror image over here. You have to take your medicine with food. Well, that's a very good justification. Very, very good justification. To take my medicine with food. Well, you don't want the medicine to upset your stomach. That is true. You don't. All right. So then this goes. All right. So this goes down to here. This one kind of went through her eyebrow. But doctor, I had to take the medicine you gave me with food. What do you mean it can't be 4 big hand-sized cookies? You're off to bed. You have a good night, Brooke. Thank you for stopping by and telling me about those paints. I gotta get those paints. Okay, so then we're gonna go across. I think her eyebrow goes over further than mine. That's okay. We will adjust. There we go. This poor girl, she must have fallen right on her face. Okay, so then we're going to do, all right, it looks like it goes down to the corner of the eye, and then it kind of zigzaggies here. Yeah, kind of zigzaggies. Brooke does, yes. Brooke, she doesn't sell the makeup anymore, but she used to, and she is really, really good at it. But she's got some, she does have makeup, but she's got like some straight up paint that's made for your face that she's talking about. Is Karen on? I haven't seen the Australia Karen. The Karen I was talking to is an American Karen. But I have not seen the Australian Karen. No. Inspiration, just making it my own version. I missed that before. Yep. Yes. Right. Yeah, it kind of gives me a pattern to follow. Okay, so then it curves down here. All right, so where I'm heading, I want to head about there. Okay, so this curves around. And then goes across her eyebrow here, then across her eye here, and meets up over there. Okay, that's pretty good. You let her know, oh, maybe she's not online or not looking or something, or she's busy. You know, if you're not looking at Facebook, you can do all the notifying you want. They don't see it. Okay, so then she has, I wonder if there's something over there. She has a crack here. Okay, it goes down and then back up. And then there's a glare on it here. Okay, so then she has, goes about halfway down her cheek here. And it curves like that. And then it's a little thicker here. And then it goes off like that. And then it looks like it also goes like that. It really starts looking like a cracked face, doesn't it? Then, or at least it does to me. All right, so then I need to aim for about here. So there's sort of a triangle spot here. Now you have big thunder, heavy rain, cold wind. Ooh, we don't have cold wind right now. 30 degrees. That's below freezing here. If you mean 30 Fahrenheit. Out of lockdown at midnight. Ooh, tonight, ooh, freedom. Are you going outdoors? Not fully, but it's a start. Oh, not fully. Okay. Started raining here and windy. It rained here yesterday. And it was, okay, so it was hilarious. So me and the cats were sitting here watching TV. And of course, when we had a power surge. So the TV just immediately clicks off, which doesn't do anything. But because it clicked off everything in the house, my computer is like over there. And I have a printer hooked up to my computer. And when it comes off, Maryland, you're in Maryland. I couldn't remember where you were. I knew you were up northy somewhere. It's up north from here. So when the printer comes back on, it goes ring, ring, chung, 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 ring, ring. The cats have never heard it do that. So everything went totally silent because electricity went off, and it only went off for about like 1 second. Known completely over December 1st. What does that mean? No. Oh, completely. Completely December 1st, you're allowed out of lockdown. 32 Celsius. Okay, that's not the same as 32 Fahrenheit. 32 Fahrenheit is your zero. 32 is freezing for us, and I think 0 is freezing for you. That one I remember. If you're 0, we're 32. Printer and cats. So I guess it had been so long since they heard it. They both were like, and then looking at me like, what is that? And I'm laughing. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. And they're trying to figure out what it is because it's across the room. And they're looking. They're like, something's about to kill us. Sounds like a machine gun. Oh, that's right. Karen is trying to go back home. Trying to go back to New Jersey. Stupid autocorrect. Lockdown. Okay. I figured out if that's what you were saying. Eventually, I figured it out. So it has a little jog here. I'll jog, and then we go on up to here. This is really hard to do on really loose, saggy skin. Because porcelain dolls don't have loose, saggy skin here. I have discovered it's not only my under eyes, but my cheek area here is really loose. If I try to draw on it, it's like trying to draw on a marshmallow or something. It's like So hard. Okay. Now, we got to go across here. You notice how this eyeliner just never quits? This is the best eyeliner. Never quits. It just draws and draws and draws. And look how black it is. So good. All right. This is the Line Life one. All right. This is going to go down here. And this, once it dries, it's smudge proof. This one is not waterproof though. So if you go out in the rain, it's all over. This one isn't. But we do have the pencils are waterproof, but this one is, and they're both smudge proof, but this one is not waterproof, but it is smudge proof. But it is pretty. Okay, so then we're going to go from the corner of the lip up to that triangle. See how it helps to have my target. It helps have my target. Okay, so then I'm going to do that. I really think it's cool when you go to the lip. I don't know why that looks more real, but it does. The other night, Buddy was dubious of the garlic bread wrapped in foil. Oh, that is hilarious. He came over and tried to sniff. I moved it fast and he jumped about 2 meters in there. That's so funny. Then he came back. He didn't expect it to move. And he smacked it 5 times. I can just see him doing that. I gotta kill that thing. Gotta kill it. Gotta kill it. You're using your eye serum all over your face. Oops, I'm losing my... I lost it. Here it is. It's tightening all the little aging loose skin. Oh, that's great. Where are we at? Okay, I'm caught up. Okay, so let's do... Now, there's like another... Now, this line is thicker. Okay, it does have... Oh, that's actually a good spot for it. Like another little triangle area here. There we go. Gotta say, see how easy it is just to do this if you think of shapes? Triangle, line, triangle, square. Not that hard. Alright. This is not good right here. Color that in. Okay, so then there's like one more spot here. That. I think I did it. Now, the other thing she has is okay, my nose is itching. I don't have it on my nose, do I? I don't want to smear it after I just did it. You notice when you start doing something like this, something starts itching. Something starts itching or tickling or something. You got to scratch it. Okay, so she has a little shading, especially like, see here? How it's like a little smudgy around there. So let's take our black, let me see a little brush here. Take our black eyeshadow. It is called Dial-It Black. Alright. So then it's like a little smudgy over here. Because it just kind of looks like a shadow. And then it's a little smudgy here. Or it's real smudgy here. Just this little shading stuff is really what makes it look really amazing. Okay. A little bit here. Uh-oh, that was too much. Let me get some of it off. The marionette doll face paint looks good. Oh, thank you. I know some people are really, really, really spooked out by, like, dolls. Okay, so then let's do... There's some over here. I was never scared of dolls. I don't remember if I told you. I know I told somebody one time on live that when I was real little, like 4, I was petrified of cows. We didn't have cows. I don't think I'd ever seen a real cow. Probably out in the field, driving by, because, you know, Florida has cattle, and you can just drive by and there'll be cows out there in the grass. But I'd never seen one up close. But for some reason, when I was really little, I was terrified of cows. And my parents were like, they're like, yeah, we have no idea why you were scared of cows. We had no idea. The funny movie with Johnny Depp and the Lone Ranger when he's buried and he gets an itch on his nose. Yeah. I should be trying some of these instead of laying on my couch in the cool air conditioning. Cool air conditioning is nice. Oops, there we go. Nope, that's where I'm at. It keeps showing me like there's more down there and there isn't. It keeps jumping back to the top, and I think it's going on, and it's not. Facebook, it didn't used to do that. Now it's doing like a little crazy. Okay, I did this over here. I did this over here. It might just be a little tiny bit here. Like barely. Okay, so then we have a little bit like here. And a little bit here. I really like that's a little too dark, but I'm going to fix it. Because I really like the shading. Okay, then it has a little bit. Your mom put this demony long-haired mask on, and she scared me and chased me. Oh my goodness! And I locked myself in the bathroom for 4 hours. That's a long time! And you're 48 and you still remember clearly how cruel your mother was. Oh, that's so sad. You were 6. Oh, and did you not know it was her? Did she tell you? Or were you just scared anyway? So apparently my parents didn't have to scare me. I just made up stuff to be scared of myself. But I remember doing this, even though I was probably I couldn't have been more than 5 because we moved from there right before I turned 6. But I remember going to bed one night, and it must have been that I was just so tired. Maybe I might have dreamt it. You know, maybe I was actually sleeping and dreamt it. I don't know. But it was like I thought I was getting in the bed. And I looked at my pillow and saw there was nothing on the pillow. But I thought I saw a big cow eye. And I ran into into the living room. Mommy, there's a big cow eye on my pillow. It's always just the eye. A big giant cow eye. Hi, how are you doing, Catherine? Or Fizz. It was Fizz. And they're like, there's no cow eye on your pillow. Yes, there's a cow eye on my pillow. So they had to take me in my room, turn all the lights. There was no cow eye. But I was convinced there had been a cow eye on my pillow. I was so scared. And they're like, we have no idea. You never scare your children. Good. And you never let them see. You mean demonic shows? And I never... Oh, that's a parent. You never let anyone scare each other of dark things like that. Yep, I know how it feels. Aw. Now you love the dark and nothing scares you. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm not scared of the dark. I can't see in the dark. I'm like blind as a bat in the dark, so I'm not scared of it. But I have to turn on the lights to see. Or I'll run into everything. Okay. Now. You know, I think there's one over here in her eye. Can't hardly see it. But it's like over here. Alright, so let's add it. Don't hurt to add it, right? Alright, there's shadow over here. Yeah, I don't think my parents never did try to scare me specifically, like I said. Okay, so in that house that we lived in until we moved right before I was 6. You were scared of the dark and you would light candles under the bed? That could start a fire. Oh man, did I get in trouble, I bet. And lucky I didn't burn myself at the house down. I was so scared at night I would sleep with hammers And bats. Oh, I'm thinking bats. I'm like, bats? Oh, you mean bats. Bats. So that house, it was up off the ground a little bit. And for some reason in the room, my bedroom, in the closet, was a trap door that led under the house. And it was just to be able to access, if you had to get under the house to fix the plumbing or something. But I don't know how, but I knew that trap door was there. And I was petrified of that trap door in my closet, that I was just sure monsters were going to come up in the middle of the night out of that trap door into my bedroom. And so I would not go to sleep until I went to my closet and drug my toy box on top of that trapdoor, because of course the monsters could not lift the trapdoor if my toy box was on top of it. And don't tell me different, because that's what I believed. It was a baseball bat. Okay. And cricket. Oh, cricket bat. We don't. I'm not. I know what cricket is, but we don't do that here much. I guess not that I know of. Till the early 20s. So bats. Oh, and cricketer until the early 20s. You wouldn't know. Now, I don't think you could get to the under the house from the outside. You could only, because it was like covered with something. But to get under the house, you had to, I didn't like that. And I don't think they told me about the trapdoor, but I could just see it, because you could see it in there. So every night before I go to bed, I would drag my toy box on, make sure it was on top of that trapdoor, because it was going to hold it closed. I just knew it would. Thank goodness, I thought it would. But, ooh, I didn't like that. I don't think I ever opened it or looked down there. and Mom and Dad said, it just goes under the house. It's okay. It was not okay. I didn't like that. You saw Jaws. I never actually watched Jaws. I've watched parts of it. I don't like horror, gory. I don't like gory. At 4 years old. That came out, I was older when that came out. I still think of Jaws, and it's bad when I think about it in the ocean. Yeah, I never did watch it because I knew I would not like it. I never liked horror. Now, so this is what scared me really bad when I was young, and I was in elementary school. So how old would I have been? Probably like 7 or 8. I was told to go to bed because it was school night, go to bed. Well, Dad was in the living room and the TV was on. Now, he was not really watching what was on TV. So he was reading. But whatever had been on TV, it was over, and he just left the TV playing. So what came on next, he wasn't watching it, but he just left the TV on. So, and I was told to go to bed, but I had started watching whatever this was. I didn't know what it was. It was some old black and white movie. What brush is that? The shading one. This little one? This little one? This is a Morphe brush. You can get these at Ulta. Maybe other places too. You can order them just from Morphe too. M-O-R-P-H-E. Like you can order them online. And this is number M443. M443. So this is not a Lime Life one. It's Morphe. These are pretty affordable, these Morphe ones. It's garbage now. No horror or gore. Oh, it's allowed in-house at all. No witchcraft or demon shows. Yes, I don't do that. Would you like Shrek? It's balanced. Yeah, cartoons and stuff I would watch. But so I was watching this old black and white movie, came on, but it was time for me to go to bed, so it didn't matter what the movie was. But it was set in the Victorian era with the long dresses, and I was fascinated with those kind of clothes, and still am. I should have been born in the 1800s, but I loved long dresses, full dresses. I love Victorian clothes. And all I saw was this woman dressed in a long Victorian dress. And I'm like, oh, I want to watch this. Well, my parents weren't paying any attention to even what was on, because it was time for me to go to bed. Didn't matter what was on. Your son isn't fazed by Jaws. Oh, good. If you watch Jaws now, it's real corny looking. Part and parcel of having 6 much older siblings. It's very mechanical, corny, fakey looking. But in the era that it was not. Because nothing was that real looking then. So I was watching this black and white movie with the woman with this Victorian dress on, and I'm like, oh, but I want to watch this. I didn't even know what it was. And they're like, no, you have to go to bed. Well, I didn't want to go to bed. I wanted to watch whatever this was with this woman in these Victorian dresses that I wanted to have the dresses. So when I was sent to bed, well, my bedroom door opened onto the living room. So what I did is I went to bed, and then I got up and I opened my door a crack, and I was peeking watching TV. The movie was Dracula, set in the 1800s with the girl in the Victorian dresses. They weren't watching it. My mom wasn't even in there anymore. Dad was reading. It was Dracula. I had never seen, didn't even know what Dracula was. I didn't watch much of it because it scared the tar out of me. Oh, where are we at here? He just said, well, if you watch Jaws backward, it's about a shark that gives limbs to people. Oh, that's hilarious. He's a good shark. A very, very nice shark. Here. Oh, you're missing your arm. Here you go. Oh, that's hilarious. How are you going to watch? Desi watched it backward. Boys so different than girls. Yeah. Victorian dresses are super stunning, but yeah, Dracula. But they didn't know I was doing that. I was peeking. I was peeking through the crack in the door, but I didn't know it was a scary movie. It looked like a Victorian movie. Okay, so from then on, and once the vampire showed up, I didn't want to watch it no more. I went to bed, but I went to bed like, I didn't know, is that real? I didn't know if that was real. So I was so scared from that little bit that I had seen. My parents, I wasn't going to tell them I did that. I would get in trouble. So I was like petrified to go to bed for months. And my mom couldn't figure out why, because it'd be time to go to bed. I'd be like, I don't want to go to bed. I don't want to go. And she was like, why are you like, don't you want to go to bed? I mean, it wasn't that I wanted to watch TV. I was just like, she's like, what is wrong with you? And I wouldn't tell her. I was naughty and watched a movie when you told me to go to bed. So what I would do is I would go, and we lived in this really old house. Where are we at? Where are we at? You did the same on shows and scared the life out of you. Yeah. But I didn't know it was a scary show. They didn't know either. Nobody was paying attention. I just like Victorian dresses. I mean, I was scared. Oh, I was so scared. Because I kind of thought it might be real. What if that's real? Okay, so the house we lived in was this old house. It's built in 1910. I actually love old houses. But the windows we had were the double hung windows where you have a window like this. You have a window at the top, window at the bottom, and then the bottom one, when you raise it, it goes behind the other one. So they're not like perfectly aligned. They're like off center. And so between the two windows, you have a board. So when the window is shut, that fills in the gap. The board was missing. So there was a gap because it was an old house. There was a gap between those two windows like this that went all the way across. And I was so petrified a bat was going to fly in there and turn into a vampire. Because I knew that crack was there. Oh my goodness. So, this is what I'm doing. Porcelain doll. I still got to do the lipstick. And right now I'm doing the shading. And I'm telling about watching Dracula when I was a kid, when I was supposed to be in bed. I think I was about 7. So I would get a towel, which was probably good anyway, because it let in the cold air and stuff. I would get a towel and stuff it in that crack in the window. And then I would take like an extra nightgown or something and wrap it around my neck every night. I was so afraid a vampire was going to come in and bite my neck that I would wrap something around my neck like they couldn't get it off. Just like they couldn't move my toy box off the trapdoor in the closet. I would wrap my neck every night and then I would lay in the bed under the covers like this. Like, I'm so scared. And one day, because I was like more scared to go to bed every night. And one day Mom is like, tell me what is wrong. What are you scared of? Because I hadn't been scared before. What are you scared of? Now, I still didn't tell her I watched the movie. But I said, I am scared that there's going to be a vampire come in and bite my neck. And she's like, what? Where did you get that idea? And I think I might have told her I saw it on TV. I didn't tell her when or where. anything like that? And I just said I saw it on TV. She's like, honey, those are not real. There's no vampires. And I'm like, it's not. But then I went to bed and thought, what if she's wrong? I mean, no, she wouldn't lie, but what if she's wrong? What if they are real? And she just doesn't know. So even though she told me it wasn't real, I'm telling you that petrified me for months. Eventually, I got to where I didn't have to sleep with a nightgown wrapped around my neck. And I eventually figured out vampires not coming. But I will tell you, though, I cannot watch a vampire movie to this day. I can't. I can watch... I can't watch gore or horror movies. I never have. But I could watch stuff that's not really, really scary, but sort of just fun scary. But if it has a vampire in it, I can't. I can't. I start like, my heart starts pounding. I'm like, why? I'm not scared anymore. But it like, I think I was traumatized. It throws you into, like, back into your childhood. And I'm like, I can't. I cannot watch a vampire movie to this day. Can't do it. Isn't that crazy? That scared me so bad. And if I had just obeyed and gone to bed, I never would have seen it. You watch The Exorcist? I've never watched The Exorcist, although I've seen scenes from it. Turn that off, it scares me to this day. Oh, there is one I did watch, though. I wasn't watching it on purpose. Because I didn't like stuff like that, but I did see scenes from The Exorcist, like where, her head spins and she throws up, and I'm like, ew. I don't want to watch that. So, like, who wants to watch that? So I never did watch the whole Exorcist. But I was over at my cousin's house one day, and apparently a little scary stuff didn't bother her too bad. She's a little younger than me, but I guess it didn't scare her like it did me. Although I would have been a teenager by now. I would have been a teenager by this time, so I wasn't going to be like scared like the vampire movie. She was watching Poltergeist. That was like the first actual kind of horror movie. I didn't know what it was. Poltergeist. I don't know. What is that? I don't know. And so she's watching it. Oh, I want to watch this movie. So I had gone to visit with her. Oh, this movie, so what? I'm almost over. I'm like, okay. I didn't know what she was watching. Poltergeist. I know what that was. I didn't watch Silence of the Lambs. I heard about that one. I don't know what that one. I haven't watched any Friday the 13th. I haven't watched any kind of movies like that. Nope. But Poltergeist, I didn't know what it was. And so she's watching it, and then like all of a sudden, there's like blood going down the wall. I'm like, what are you watching? I don't know, there's other demons and stuff in it. I'm like, what are we watching? This Poltergeist. What is that? I didn't know what it was. Because I didn't watch stuff like that. She thought it was so cool. I'm like, this is not cool. I don't want to watch this. I'm like, you watch it. Let me know when you're done. Then we'll visit. I don't want to watch this. Because it was like sitting there and you don't know what's coming. You're like, it was so jarring. Freaky. Yeah. I did not know what that was. And she liked it. I'm like, how can you watch this? Isn't it scary? Oh, it's not scary. No. That's scary for me. Because I didn't watch stuff like that. So I was not conditioned to, if you don't watch stuff like that, it's a lot more scary than people who have, like, watched it, I guess. And I didn't even watch the whole movie, because I think it was near the end. Thank goodness. I didn't know it was a horror movie. I just, it was a movie, okay. And then I see this stuff, I'm like, oh, what are we watching? I've not watched Wolf Creek. Nope. I don't even know what that is. Different type of scary, not gory or monsters. It's psychological, based loosely on facts. Oh, it's based on facts? Oh, like that. In the Aussie outback. Oh, is that stuff like if you're home alone, you'll start hearing noises and then you're freaked out because I don't like scary real stuff. That's even worse. You hate it when they put ads up for freaky stuff. I'm like, change the channel. Yep. And now I don't have your TV connected. You just watch Disney and Netflix. Yeah. And 500 DVDs. Yep. I have had that even affect me if I've ever read a scary book. I have to be careful not to read it at night. I'll sit there thinking, what was that noise? What was that noise? I heard, it's noises you hear all the time. But if I get a little spooked to something, it's like every noise, like, what was that? What was that? Your ex got you to watch Wolf Creek. I don't know, this is scary, scary, scary. Nope, not gonna, oh, because it's real. Oh, yeah. See, don't, That was what scared me so bad about the vampire when I was young, is I wasn't totally convinced it wasn't real. Because it looked like a real man. Or like if you watch like stuff about Jack the Ripper, because Jack the Ripper was real. It's like, don't want to watch that. You go through the movie, I tell my kids, do not watch this or it will scare yourself for life. Yeah. It does, especially the younger you are. The younger you are. People can be so sick, wicked, evil, and cruel. I know. Ugh. Well, you find out all these serial killers and the stuff they do. It's like worse than stuff they make up. All right, here we go. That was Berry Berry Lip Liner. This is Creme Brulee. And this is Halloween season, and there's not a lot of movies I watch during Halloween season. It's got to be cute and funny. People will say, watch this, it's a true story. I'm like, I've seen enough, I don't want... Yeah. My former husband loved to watch true stories. I'm like, I don't want to watch it. Oh, why are you watching that? It's a true story. I don't care if it's a true story. Watch the kiddie movies. I love the Lorax. Oh, I like that. I watched the original version of it when I was a kid. There's an older version of it. From the 60s. I forgot they made a new one. Yep, don't want to watch scary movies. Nope. I don't want to be scared. Ooh. I want to be happy. I want to be happy and uplifted. Don't make me scared. Okay, where's my picture? Not bad. All right, let me put on my wig. My hair is... I washed my hair, so now it's like... She's actually a pretty doll. She just wasn't cracked. Put this up. What time is it anyway? Oh, it's almost 1 o'clock. It's 12:44. Well, it's okay. It's not like I want to go to bed. What I want to go to bed for is nobody in there. I was lonely in there. That's why I don't go to bed. Too lonely in there. Got it. So I'm putting on my long wig. This is one called Mackenzie by Aesthetica. It's one of my longer ones. I wore this one tonight. But it looks like she has longer hair. Not Lid's kids. Oh, all my kids. Okay, a full collection of Dr. Seuss books and Andy Griffiths. Oh yeah, I like Andy Griffiths. My favorite. What is your favorite? Rolled? Is that Ronald? Doll? I don't know what that is. Need a high frilly collar. I do. I don't have one. Yeah, I know, a little girl thing. Yeah, I like the little Peter Pan color. Uh-oh. I just dropped my wig on the floor. I put it down in my lap. Didn't stay in my lap. I hate the floor. The floor is too far down there. Now I'm like rolling on top of it. Here we go. All right, now it's all messed up. Uh-oh. Okay, drop it. I'm just dropping things. All right, here we go. I wore this one tonight to the dinner. Where's my comb? Here it is. So I like fun movies. I don't know if you've ever seen this movie. It's an American kind of, I don't even know if it was made for movies. It might have been a made for television movie. Had Don Knotts in it. I don't know if you've ever watched Don Knotts. Well, Don Knotts, you know, is on the Andy Griffith Show. So if you like the Andy Griffith Show, you know who Don Knotts is. He's Barney. So if you've ever seen this movie called The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, it is hilarious. It was made in the 60s, so it's not terribly scary. It's really a good movie, but it is funny. So you could probably Google that online, I'd bet. So go see if you can find The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl. Oh, he wrote the Jungle Book. See, I knew something sounded familiar about that. He wrote James and the Giant Peach. Okay. The Twits, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I like Charlie and Chocolate Factory. Pronounced Roald Dahl. Okay. I knew I must have heard about that before somewhere. The Jungle Book is one of the earliest movies I remember seeing. The original Jungle Book. When I was real little. I'd have been real little when it came out. And we went to a drive-in movie theater to see it. Which I don't even know if we have drive-in movie theaters here anymore. I don't think we do. Well, you know where you sit in your car? You sit in your car and you put the little speaker on. The movie's up on a screen that's outdoors. Did you leave and come back? Did it kick you off? Because it's telling me you're here. And it usually only tells me you're here when you just arrived. But go see if you can find The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. With Don Knotts, who is Barney. It's funny. So that's more comedy than anything. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. You missed the drive-ins. Yeah, they haven't really had them much here since I was a kid. But they were fun. Or fun when you're a kid. There. Oh, you know what I don't have? I don't have jewelry on. That wig is pretty. Thank you. So this is called Estetica is the brand, and it's Mackenzie is the style. Now, if you have a little bit bigger of a head, because you know wigs, some of the caps are tighter or looser. This one is huge. So if wigs are ever like if they're a little bit too tight on you, this one won't be. This is the biggest wig cap I have. They're all supposed to be like average, but this one is big. I had to tighten this one. I'll put on my bobby pins here because it likes to move around. I actually had to tighten because they have little bands in the bottom where you can tighten them or loosen them. This is the only one I've ever had to tighten because my head is actually average size. But it's supposed to be average size. It just runs big. So if you find wigs too tight on your head, this one will not be. If you do not find most wigs tight on your head, you probably don't want this one. They're going to swim. Thank you. Okay, so tonight I wore, because I have the tassel, but I have these connectors. This is the TMJ. What does that stand for again? Turquoise Malaysian J, right? Yeah, the discontinued thing. I wore this because this is what I have of it. I have this in the tassel, but I wanted something short around my neck. So I put these 4 connectors and this the glasses ring. Just to be different. Cute. And then I took the midnight, because these colors I have in here. So I have sort of a jade in here. And then this is actually a purplish blue. It's a dark, dark, dark blue. So I took my midnight long strand. This is the only midnight. This is the only piece of midnight I have. Is the long strand. So I put that on as a bracelet. I eventually want to get this in the 10-way. But I don't have it yet. but at least it's something. So I have that. And then I had this. I thought that was kind of cute. So it's not too choky. A little off center. And it matches. Sort of. Sort of matches. It is. It is so pretty. So I have that. I have the tassel of it. And I have a bunch of little mini connectors. But this worked. So I have 4 of these. That makes a pretty necklace. Thank you. And somewhere I have hair. There it is. There's a hair in my mouth. Okay. Now let's read our devotion. I'm pretty well done. Done for the day. So let me know if you need any assistance. Or, you know what I still have to do? I might do that tomorrow. I'll probably make the icing for the cake tomorrow because cake's way too hot for icing right now. So I'll make the icing in the morning and make my main dish, which is going to be chicken and rice casserole. You need the long strand in midnight. You need the long strand in midnight. And then your collection is done in that. Well, I need everything else besides. Then my collection will be done. You like the rich brown color of the wig. Thank you. You need the turquoise. You don't have any. I just got the turquoise. Not the most recent one, but like the one before that. Like this turquoise. I got that one. I like that one. This one's pretty too. It's different enough. So they keep showing us new, like that new, what did you call it? Appetite. That's a good name for that. I have an appetite for that. I want an appetite for that appetite. What is it? Blue appetite? Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so let's read our devotion for today. You have the TMJ. You probably got that before did you get it before they discontinued it? Okay, so today is October 9th. Luke 19:41 through 42 says, as he approached and saw the city, he wept over it, saying, if you knew this day what would bring peace. Jesus weeps over us until we learn how to activate his peace. The Greek word for wept in this verse is the strongest word for grief used in the New Testament. Well, that's interesting. And although Jesus wept on several occasions in Scripture, this is the only occasion where his grief is described by this particularly intense word. He deeply desires that we experience his peace. Isn't that interesting? Are those new ones? Are you talking about the appetite being new ones? Yeah, that is new. She showed that on the last couple of lives. It was your first with black, your true love, and then you love raspberry. I wear that one the most. You're dying for the emerald. I know you've mentioned that a couple times. And that one they keep saying it's going to take longer. The other ones are saying it's coming sooner, but emerald, it's going to be longer. Have a good night, Karen. For me, I found that I can't retain peace in the present and rely on a relationship from the past. As a river is continually renewed with the moving waters of springs and streams, so our peace comes from an active, ongoing, and obedient relationship with the Prince of Peace. That's interesting. I'd never heard that about the word, where he said he wept over the city, saying, if you knew this day what would bring peace. And that weeping meant the strongest form of grief. How interesting is that? How much he cares for us. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go. So tomorrow morning at some point, let's see, I don't know, what time will that be for you? Probably like 1 in the morning. It'll probably be 1 in the morning. Sometime around there, I will cook and put icing on my cake. Emerald got put off for the teal and others. I don't think beautiful Maria is fond of green. Maybe she feels like she has a lot of green. But she does, but we have a lot of turquoise and stuff too. But I don't know. Yeah, they had to put one before the others. I don't know why it's taking longer. I'm just waiting for the peacock kimono. You're back to work tomorrow. Oh, that's right. Probably catch on replay. Okay. Then you can just see how to do the icing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you for watching. It is so nice talking to you and talking about, I better not have any dreams about vampires and sharks or anything like that. It better not happen. If it does, I'm calling you. I'm calling you and then I'm scared. It was due the end of August. Have a good night. Sleep well. What was due the end of August? Oh, the emerald? The emerald was due the end of August. Oh, or was that the peacock? Well, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that peacock to show up. Hopefully the one I want won't sell out. Good night, Midnight Owl. That is me, Midnight Owl. Emerald. Oh, emerald was. Well, that's really been late. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the broken porcelain doll. Till tomorrow, have a very blessed night and go be amazing and have a good day at work tomorrow. I'm so glad you're booked. That's fantastic. Bye.